XRP really only needs one thing to become a high price, high value asset. And here's the good news, guys. To an extent, this is already happening. Also, speaking of good news, we've got some great news to share with you here today and more. All I ever ask, guys, if you do like talking about Ripple and XRP, drop an X in the comment section, smash that like button, and share the video. Let others around the world know what is truly happening in this digital revolution. Once again, thank you all for all the support on yesterday's video from XRP holders all over the world. Believe it or not, this video is subscriber inspired. I hear you and I'm here for you. And so in this video, guys, I want to talk to you about a stark difference from yesterday's video when we talked about projections largely based on what's baked into the market that is coming from historical trends, from technical analysis, to what analysts are saying is coming, to what I'm about to talk to you about, which is probably going to get you far more excited because this is something unlike we've ever seen in the world. Now, first off, I do want to start right here. Eleanor Terrett put out new Federal Reserve Board has announced the resignation of Michael Barr here today. This is absolutely huge. Barr was widely, is friends with Elizabeth Warren and her cronies, widely considered a big part of the reason banks were unable to engage in custody of crypto. And so great to have him out. It's going to be great to have Gary Gensler out, and we are moving in the right direction. And so is XRP. And this is what I want to get into. Adoption, utility, really all we need is continued adoption of XRP, which is happening at mass scale right now. Ripple for over a decade, as I've told you guys, have set us up perfectly with the institutions to make this happen. Now, before I get into this, I got this quick clip from Brad Garlinghouse. Really helps us set the stage on TradFi and DeFi and bridging that gap. Check it out.
I frankly, I always worried that the Achilles heel of Bitcoin might be this kind of anti-bank, anti-government sentiment. And, it's just, to me, it limited the market opportunity if you're going to take that approach, because I feel like governments aren't going to go away, banks aren't going to go away, in my opinion. So years later, a recruiter actually called me and introduced me to Ripple. And what resonated with me right out of the gates was this idea of how do we work with the legacy infrastructure, what we now would call TradFi. And, that included government and certainly banks. And it resonated with me that Ripple was trying to work with the system rather than create a fully new system. There's obviously, arguments on both sides of that. I can see those arguments, but from the very earliest days, Ripple's kind of taken an approach of we're going to be a bridge between decentralized finance and traditional finance, and bring products to market to help bridge those, both frankly culturally, technologically, etc. So that's how my journey began. As you pointed out, I joined in 2015 through a little luck, a little skill. We find ourselves in a really compelling place with a bunch of customers and scaling products. So we're pretty pleased.
Now, guys, what I want to point out right here and give you an example of the stock market. You can take a look at something like McDonald's and say, this stock is going to do really well if they continue to sell cheeseburgers and French fries. Now, I know arguably some will say it's a real estate type stock as well because a lot of McDonald's own their own land. But I just want to pick on McDonald's because McDonald's is really going after the food industry. Well, it just so happens they have that niche of mostly cheeseburgers and French fries versus what XRP is going after, which is the future of finance. When we take a look at DeFi, when we take a look at stable coins, we take a look at cross-border payments, tokenization, NFTs, all these different sectors within the future of finance, we're talking trillions and trillions, and even the derivatives market considered quadrillion. So the world of finance is vast, and XRP is going to have a large piece of the pie and already is. Why? Because the number one thing I want you to take out of this video is XRP is already a chosen one. It's already a winner. And so what it's going to do to enhance the world, it's going to touch just about every sector out there. Our opportunity, guys, is measured largely in the trillions versus other business models that is measured within the billions. There's a huge difference. Now, number two, too, we have to remember this is not a get-rich scheme. This is true investing. Becoming an XRP holder does mean patience. We see it move rarely, but when it does move, it moves quickly, as we recently saw. And so the best form of investing, in my personal opinion, and this isn't financial advice, still to this day is dollar cost averaging, buying little chunks of XRP here and there and building up a bag so when those fireworks go off, you're set and ready to go for where you need to be with this asset. Also, as yes, I do believe this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, it's incredibly important that you don't lose focus. Keep your eye on the prize. Stay away from distractions. There's a lot of fudsters and haters out there. We have plenty of them in this market. What they are trying to do is pull you in every direction, making you think that something else is better than XRP. It's not. XRP, as I keep saying, is exactly where you want to be, but don't just take it from me. They are on the Bank of International Settlements task force. Quickly, let's talk about that flip of the switch moment, because that's what we all want to know. When will this actually happen, including myself? And the truth of the matter is, guys, no one fully knows. No one can predict the future, but what we do know is, yes, there are 1,700 NDAs sitting on the sidelines. Ripple is incredibly close to TradFi, and they will be bridging that gap. And so it's very easy to see what's coming in the future, but we've never seen a utility token used at scale. So we have no idea truly how high the price can go. So lastly, guys, I just want to make it painfully clear that there's a big difference between looking at what the market will bear and saying, okay, we're looking at a $15, say, or $25 XRP based off historical patterns, what we've seen in the past and where we're at in the cycle, versus when the true utility of this token kicks in, market cap, all that type of stuff, it doesn't matter at all. What matters is that utility, is those use cases. When we do get that flip the switch, all of that will go to the wayside. This will be a different game-changing moment. And that's what gets me excited. And that is why I've said for the longest of times, I do believe in a 3-4-digit coin for XRP in the future. When that future is here is anyone's guess. And anyone that tells you exactly when it's going to happen is doing nothing more than lying to you. I've heard even predictions out there from people saying that in 2 to 3 weeks, we'll see $100 to $200 XRP. But no one can say truthfully that that is exactly what is about to happen. And so again, I do want to say the utility and adoption, right? Utility being number one, but adoption, that's all we need to continue to see a high value for the price of XRP. It has been designed to see a high value in time. And we are closer to the banks, we're closer to TradFi than anyone else out there, and that is not debatable. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.